Hey, great day to you all. I hope that you all were able to get up grateful today, to be alive again in this experience. And I hope that you were able to set that high vibe for yourself, no matter what. So, I hope that you were able to tell yourself you're amazing, you're capable, you're brilliant, you're strong, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're able, you're resilient. You see, until you can feel that way naturally, it's very important that you remind yourself of it. Yeah. And if you don't wake up feeling like that, well, then you really need to reinstall feeling like that by choice alone. Okay, so you know what? I'm really grateful for all the questions. All right. There's a lot of things coming up before the summit. The summit is next week, guys. Sign up for the summit. All right. I'm going to get a list of people who've signed up. So, I hope to see y'all's name up there. All right. Okay. Questions loaded today. I've had a lot of questions. So, I've been compiling them, putting them all together because there's no point in answering one question. Let me do lives that are full of questions. So today's going to be one of those days. All right. First question. What's a way shower? Okay, well, I'm a way shower. Now, a way shower is somebody who has mastered the darkness, mastered the light, merged the two, found their neutral, and walk on the border of the two. Why? Well, because we show others that are still in the dark how to come to the light. So it's very different than somebody who's just enlightened or somebody who is just motivating or pushing positive out or just being a light worker. This is why I'm a light worker, is because I am a way shower. So what does that mean exactly? That means that because I've mastered the dark and the light and merged the two and walk through the neutral of it all, I have the capacity to, being a light worker and transmuting energy, I have the capacity to show somebody and transmute energy with them, show them how to come to the light within their own being. You see? Because you have to ignite that within your own being through the darkness. Okay? So, me being a way shower, a spiritual way shower, is somebody who walks the border of the dark and the light to help people come to the light. You show people the way to empower themselves and do what they have to do to embody their light and to master their light. You see? But I couldn't be who I am today without living everything that I've lived. And what makes me very different than the average person is I was hardwired for trauma, stress, fear, anger, all of that while I was in my mother's womb before even taking my first breath. See, this is the magnitude of what you can handle and get over is the magnitude of your strength. Okay? So, a spiritual way shower like I am is somebody who has walked the deepest, darkest life, have found the light within themselves, mastered the dark, because you have to master your darkness to get into your light. Okay? To ignite it within you. Yes, this is my fruit for thought, Toby. Thanks, Toby. Hey, Josh, I love you lots. I'm happy to see you out here. Okay? And today's going to be information packed. So stick around because there's a lot that will open your eyes to many things. If your soul called you here, you're meant to hear what I have to say today. Stick around. I love you. Okay, so a way shower, I'll get back to that because I am a spiritual way shower. Can't wait for Summit. You know what? Neither can I. Neither can I. I'm very excited for the Summit. It is my first breakthrough Summit because Tobi is breaking through. It's about time for the world to know who I am. All right? So, guys, let me get back to, okay, yes, my soul was drawn here. Yes, it was. Or you wouldn't be here right now. So if your soul has brought you here, you are meant to hear what I have to say today. When I open Facebook, well, there we go. All right. I'm going to stop talking to you one-on-one. I'm going to talk to everybody here, okay? Guys, you were called here today for the messages that I'm about to deliver, okay? I'm going to repeat it again. Yes, I'm a spiritual way shower. What is that exactly? That is somebody who has had to master the darkness. I talk about it all the time. You have to master your darkness to ignite your light. Once you have ignited your light, you've illuminated your path. You walk Jacob's ladder, you connect to spirit, basically, to your higher self. And then you can help others do it. So, a way shower is somebody walks on the border of the darkness and the light to purposely assist everybody to make that transition over. It's like being a bridge. Okay? So being a spiritual way shower is like a bridge for others to step into their power of their being, their own light, their reconstruction of belief systems. You see, the key is to unlearn what has been installed, but it's all possible. And I am the living example of what it truly is. Okay? So, it's more than just being somebody motivated for change. Hey, Bruno. Glad to see you out here. I love you. Look, I'm not somebody who is out here trying to change the world because that's just my mission and nah. My mission on the planet is to be a spiritual way shower, an empath, a light worker, because that's a little deeper than any kind of credentials I can get after my name. All right? I am on a special mission here. And I understand that now. So, yes, I am a way shower. So a way shower is the bridge. It is to assist everybody to transmute, show them how to transmute their own energy and use it to their benefit and operate from a loving state. Okay? What's the difference between being an empowered empath and just an empath? Well, this is what it is. I was an empath ever since I was born. What is an empath? I can take on the emotions of somebody else. What does that mean exactly? Well, because of the energy flow, all right? I have been able to master my energy to the point that, okay, that's not going to work. I get it. Being an empath is somebody who is highly sensitive to energy, to their own energy and to all the energy around them, the energy of other people, and all of the influential energy that you feel on a daily basis. An basic empath is somebody who has not stepped into their full power of their being, and they are swayed by every single thing that's happening to them around them. Okay? That's why empaths isolate. Is to be, like, we recover from everything and anything because we are natural healers, always in recovery mode. Okay? But until you master what it is to be an empath, you get thrown and shifted around by that completely in its learning. You really feel everything And until you, being an empath, you understand what's yours and what's not, you get swayed by it all. Well, the difference with me now, being an empowered empath, is that I have mastered being an empath. I have mastered what's mine and what's not. And I have also mastered, you see, what makes me different and empowered right now as an empath is that I am awakened, Kundalini awakened, and tapped into spirit and flow from there on a constant. This is why I say I don't think. I don't. I am soul-led and operated at this point. Literally. I speak a language that people don't. In other words, I'm on a energetic language-based operation system first. I feel energy all the time. Before somebody knocks on my door, I know why they're coming. Okay? Before, you see, somebody can be standing in front of me. This is a real example of what the difference is about being empowered or not being empowered as an empath. When you are just an empath and you're not empowered in your own power and solid and mastered in your own power, this is what happens if you're an empath. You're standing there talking to somebody and you're feeling everything that that person is feeling that's you're interacting with. But there's confusion because you don't know if that's what you're feeling or what they're feeling, or if it's the accumulation of both. Okay, that's what happens to an empath that's not empowered. Well, I'm an empowered empath. What's the difference? I can be standing there having a conversation with somebody, and not only do I know my energy, I feel the transfer of the energy. I can transmute the energy of any conversation or situation. And I also feel what's mine and what's not. I also feel every thought that they push out as a vibration. That's why there's a conflict and a disruption and a distortion, because there's a real contradiction about what somebody's mouth is telling you and what their energy is. And people always say, Tobi, you get so angry with people. And I say, yeah, because they're standing there talking the fucking shit with me so deep, and they don't even understand it themselves, but I know it deeper than they do. I feel their excuses, their reasons, their intentions, and everything that they don't say, while they're standing there trying to give me some shit story to loop me in. Like, what is that? That's what pisses me off. Okay? Because people can't be truthful, they can't be loving, their intentions, they hide and guard. Nah, man, I feel all of that. That's why people coming at me, their intentions have to be right. Because I feel it. And I've been saying it, and even in one of my books, there's a real contradiction. And I meet very few that their energy and their mouth match. Okay? That's why people don't like to come around me. That's why people only seek me out when it's knowledge and advice that they want from me. And other than that, they stay the fuck away, because they know they cannot talk shit to me. I don't accept it. Why? Because energetically, I know better. People wonder, why do I cut people off? Well, because I'm not going to sit there and transfer energy with people who aren't even solid with their own energy. I transmute energy. So every time there's a transfer, no matter what it is, I transmute that. I change it. I flip it around. I can soak in so much negativity. Look at my life. Anybody who knows or who has dipped into my past. Come on. Who can live a life like that and sit here and be okay? Well, an empowered empath who's spiritually awakened and a light worker can be. Unscarred, untarnished, and glowing like a light bulb. So what's up? This is why I say I don't accept excuses and bullshit and the fake crap from anybody. And why I want everybody to be in their full power, because I'm tired of every single conversation or, okay, being fake. All right? I know myself so much and how to transmute energy and work energy in this world right now, that's what makes me different, because I stand here unscarred from my life and in full power of my being. Okay? Like a year ago, I had flesh-eating disease through my face, through my sinus cavity, all up the top. Okay, so we have sinus pockets, right? All here? Well, I had flesh-eating disease in my sinus. That's why I was drinking wine to remove the biofilm from the staph so that I would have a chance at living. That's why my face still droops and doesn't work the way that it will in a month. But they also told me that I would never have this line back because it ate through my sinus cavity into my nerve, and I had paralysis of my face. Yeah, well, I'm here today to talk about it. Just another chalk it up in the box says, yeah, you thought something like that would wipe me out. Well, when they put the camera up in my nose and saw that there was nothing left but bone. How does somebody live like that? Well, Tobi can do it. You know why? Because it's a mere clear-cut choice, standing in your own power. This is the true power of your being. Okay? The true power of your being is to be feeling your lungs, filling with blood, and you know you're going to die. And just get pissed off enough with the world to say, oh yeah, okay, well, I'm not checking out, and come completely back from it. Who does that? Tobi does that. Who sits there and be told that they have to cut off their hand and their foot, and I sit there and say, no, you're not. Under no circumstances. And stop at McDonald's and eat on the way to the hospital just to ensure that they couldn't put me to sleep. Who does that? Tobi does that. Because the girl that was going with me, I told her exactly what was going to happen when I got to the hospital. She didn't believe me until we got there. Okay? What did I tell her? I told her they're going to want to put me to sleep immediately and set me up for surgery to amputate. So get ready for this. I need to stop at McDonald's first and fill my face with shit because they cannot put me to sleep. I won't wake up if they do. I knew. How do you know? Because your soul tells you. That's what makes me different. And what happened? I got to the hospital. Immediately, the orthopedic surgeon called the Montreal General and said, set up surgery. We got to cut it off today. And I said, ho, 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 ho. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hang up that phone. Because you're not cutting shit off of me. And then I proceeded to tell her what she was going to do, knowing the power of my energy and transmutation. And I looked at my friend that was with me and I said, I won't call names, but I said, all she has to do is touch me and the game changes. And she looked at me. She said, yeah, right. And I said, yeah, watch this. So the orthopedic surgeon, the minute she touched me, that was it. I said, all right, now what you're going to do is you are going to sit down. You are going to cut the bottom of my foot open and you're going to drain it out and you're going to pack it. And you're going to give me whatever IV antibiotics you think I need, but you're not cutting anything off. And that's exactly how it went. Okay? I have always used the medical system to assist me at that given moment for what I needed as assistance, but nothing but. Okay? This is how strong of a light worker I am. I know my power. Okay? Now, I'm hypersensitive so much. Josh, to the magnitude of your hypersensitivity is to the magnitude of your energetic power. That's why you gotta stay in line. So, not only did the orthopedic surgeon do exactly as I told her to do, literally. So yeah, she didn't freeze me when the flesh-eating disease was completely through my foot. I got the scars to prove it. So I had her drain the bottom of my foot, pack it, and send me home. Yeah. Now, how did the end of that visit go? Well, she ended up asking me advice. Yeah, because she had touched me. And I'm a healer. So what happens when you encounter people that are hurting or need internal healing or unsure of things and need answers? They ask you. She ended up asking me about marital advice. Yeah, as she's draining my foot for me. Yeah, you know what I told her? I remember it like it was yesterday. I told her straight up, happy parents raise happy children. So if you and your partner aren't happy, your children are going to be miserable. And that's it. And she, oh, I needed to hear that. I said, yeah, I know. That's what I do for people. I'm not coming out here trying to make $1 million, trying to, funnel clients to coach with me and all of this shit. Guess what? I am an empowered empath and a light worker. I am a healer. Why do you think I've had to live everything I've had to live? To master my own healing, to master my own gifts, to master my own... I've been in training my whole life. Well, I've graduated now. That's the difference. So, I love the question about what's the difference between an empowered empath and just an empath? Well, when you're just an empath, you are affected by being an empath. When you are an empowered empath, you are in your power and using it. Simple. Okay? That's the real difference. Happy to say I'm an empowered light. I'm an empowered empath. Why? Because I am awakened, connected to source all the time. If I wasn't, I would be out of body right now. There is only so much a physical body can endure. All right. Well, I've endured it all. Up until not even yet 2 years, another heart attack, flesh-eating disease. Like, how much can the body take? Well, guess what? I've taken it all. So it's as simple as that. This is why I don't accept excuses from people. Because I know better. And I also know why they're giving me the excuses. And it's a real problem for me. This is why less is more. And it's tattooed on my arm that way for a reason. Less is more. Because it's quite disturbing to talk to 10 people and only 2 of them are not full of shit. Okay? That's how my life is every day. So why would I not want everybody to be operating the way that they should be? You don't think by this time in my life I'm sick and tired of feeling energies not matching to what people are saying to me. I'm sick of it. That's why it's time for me to be out here speaking about it. Literally. And still be okay, unscarred by life? Yo, this is why I tell you guys. You are your own demise. You got to step into your full power. You got to step into who you really are. No masks. Masks are the worst. Everybody's putting on these fronts like, okay, well, I want the world to see me like this, and I want the world to see me like that. Well, guess what? I see you for who you really are. That's the difference with me. But you just have to walk away from it, Toby. Teach people about intuition and the power of it. Nah, because the universe purposely puts me in the path of those who need the wake-up call. Because I'm a way shower. I'm not just an empath or a light worker, and this is why I have a bring it on attitude. I am not that person that's allowed to walk away. I am that correction. I am that tower moment for many. I'm also that healing moment for many, independent of how they take it. Because me, I'm solid and I transmute everything and anything. So, this is what makes Toby different. It's called Bring It On, because I'm not walking the line as a way shower for nothing. So I'm supposed to dig into the dark for anybody who is reaching up that wants to get out of the dark. Well, I'm the one on that border going, okay, this is how you do it. Because I've mastered the both. Yeah, so you'd fuck yourself up more than with their bad energies and intentions. No, actually, that's the difference with being empowered. You see, nothing can fuck me up at this point. You see what I'm saying? Bring it on. I transmute energy, Bruno. I am a healer because I am meant to pull in all of the bad energy and transmute it and pump it back out as love for these individuals. Yes, because I'm a light worker. Also, a light worker has the capacity to soak in like a sponge all the negativity and transmute it and pump it back out. Well, before I was able to learn how to transmute it, it made me deathly ill. It poisoned me. Total septic shock in ICU. You see? That was 14 years ago. You don't think by now I've mastered this shit? Why did I have the heart attack 2 years ago? Why did I end up with the flesh eating? Well, because I was with somebody who was more interested in sucking the life out of me and destroying me than loving me. Well, that's cool too. I'm not sitting here scarred by that either. Bring it on, life. I don't give a shit. Let's do this. I'm not a victim. Yeah, for sure you mastered it. Of course. You don't come out of total septic shock and total organ failure and told that you need dialysis for the rest of your life and walk away from it all, not even on dialysis or, come on, man. Everything that I've lived to be here today, even to talk about it, bro. That's why I said bring it on. There's nothing in this world that could touch me again in this life. That's the difference between being empowered and not. Well, I'm empowered. I know I'm a way shower. I know I'm an empath. And I know I'm a light worker. How do I know? Well, because when I had my spiritual awakening and reconnected to Source fully, well, Metatron, the keeper of the Akashic Records, showed me exactly why I had to live every single thing I've ever had to live since I was born. You know what kind of power that gives you? Okay. Can I jump in? Yeah, in a minute, because I don't want to get... I just have 2 more things to touch, Bruno, and I'm going to come out. Because if I pull you up right now, I'm not going to finish what I have to say. And today, it has to be said. People need to really understand the magnitude of who the fuck I am. I was channeled that, and that's why I had the headache this morning, getting up. I was like, why am I feeling like this? Spirit, tell me. And it told me. The games have to stop. You need to let the world know truly who you are. So this is what's happening. Telling the world who I am. But I am going to pull you on. Just give me a couple of minutes. Okay? So that was another, it leaked down to me being a light worker. That was another question that I was asked. What genuinely is a light worker? Well, you know what? Before I was spiritually awakened and really understood through, and I don't know who I am from human experience. No, I know who I am because of Metatron saying, yo, this is who you fucking are. No swearing involved, but this is who you are. This is why you've had to live everything. Now that you know, get back into the mission. Okay? That's why I wrote the first book. And the second and the third with Metatron's cube on it. Those weren't books that I wrote from me. Those books were channeled through me to write. And forced to do so. So I did it. Even Wise and Rising. The parenting book. These books have been channeled through me. Not from me. That's why they had to have basic covers with Metatron's cube. All right, there's a lot of understanding that people just refuse to see. And I keep getting these messages. Tobi, you were hidden in plain sight for a reason. Tobi, you've been hidden in plain sight for a reason. Well, guess what? The Creator is making sure that I'm not hidden anymore. Because I've graduated and I'm ready. That's the difference. Light working is being able to transmute anything that you pull in. You are a worker of the light, so you can transmute any darkness into light within and pump it back out. That's who I am. Did I know my gifts fully before 5 years ago? No. But I couldn't come out here talking about it either until I had mastered that too. Now, another question. Tobi, how are you okay then if that's the life you've lived? Because this physical is your false self. It's not who you are. It's your rental car for your experience. Well, I know that too now, being spiritually awakened, which is very different than just being a spiritual being. When you are awakened from soul, you are tapped into the all-knowing all the time. That is why you know. Well, I know because I am tapped in. If I was not tapped in and living from my soul, my body would not be able to function. Why? Because your body, if you create uninhabitable conditions within your body, your soul must leave it. Well, my body has lived uninhabitable conditions within itself. 45 years. That's why my spiritual awakening had to happen. So that I would be able to operate from soul. because my body has run its course. Okay? So tapping into soul and operating from soul has allowed me to heal. You see? You don't do healing physically without using your soul to do it. Okay? You know what, Bruno? You ready to come on? I'm going to pull you on. Guys, I think you know what? I think I've broken it down enough that you guys get a real picture of who I am. And guess what? No, I can't change for any person, place, thing, or anything human on the planet, because I am meant to be the way I am for a bigger picture than any of you could fathom mentally. Literally. Okay? So, I know that, though. I know that. Hey, Bruno, I'm going to pull you on if you're still there.
Hello.
Hey, bro. How you doing?
What's up? You alright?
Yeah, man, I'm great. I'm doing great.
Fuck
But
yeah.
but there
I was
had to
loving
be
it.
some stuff. I just had to put it out there, questions. I let questions compile. I'm always okay. See, but I come out here
No, yeah.
passionate and with the force of the power of my being. People mistake that for me not being okay. No, that's me being in full power. How you doing?
No,
There's an episode of Love It or Shove It today.
yeah, true. But that's not why I joined. I joined just to have a talk with you. Why not?
No, no.
You know, it's just it's interesting because um, you were talking about, and I even left a comment. Like in the beginning of the year, because you're talking about, like empathetic people, empaths and stuff, right? And I am one, and we both know that I am. Uh, I always thought like, oh, I want to smoke, I want to smoke, I want to smoke. But I didn't want to smoke. I was feeling the will of my father who wanted to smoke. And this one time we were eating McDonald's at home, and I was looking at him, and I didn't notice any signs that he wanted to smoke. But I was feeling that will. And suddenly this level of awareness like activated on me, right? And I was like, wait a second, I don't want to smoke. My father wants to smoke. I'm feeling his will, right? And I asked him, you want to smoke, don't you? And he's like, yeah, I really want to smoke. And I'm like, fuck. I never wanted to smoke ever. It was always my father who wanted to smoke. So I spent months and months and months believing I wanted to smoke when in reality it wasn't me who wanted to smoke. And it's interesting. And then that made sense because every time he wasn't home, I never wanted to smoke. I was always fine. Always
That's
fine.
what being
Always.
an
And
empath
I
is.
yeah,
That's
haven't touched
exactly what an empath is.
I haven't touched the cigarette in weeks.
Well, that's what being an empath is all about. You take on the energy of others that you are transferring with.
Yeah, absolutely.
And until
No, absolutely.
people understand what's truly going on, they have no clue, and it throws them all over the place.
Yeah, it does. But like it's things that like when you're a kid, like you don't go to spiritual school. You go to religious school, which is shit and a lie.
Bruno, can I tell you something? Can I
Yeah.
tell you something after what you just said? Well, guess what? You see, when this school system goes to shit like it is, it's time for people to put real schooling in place. And I plan on doing that after I make $1 billion, is installing schooling that empowers children and teaches them about their gifts, teaches them about their power, let them manifest by thought alone. Hey, that's the kind of schools that need to be, if any.
Yeah. No, it is true because like what's funny is that like when I was a kid, when I was a kid, Like I used to like, like there was like Christian school, like in Portugal we call it cateches, but I don't know how we call it in English. But basically, like we had that, right? And like I was always in trouble because I didn't give a shit about anything they said about Jesus, about this, about that. For me that like that for me that like that like that relationship with God or religion whatsoever, whatever it is, like it was always more personal. Like I don't need to go to fucking church to like be surrounded by people and like show them like, oh, look at me, I pray, love me now, I never fucking liked that shit. I never liked that
Because
fucking
you're an
bullshit.
empath. Because anytime you went, you feel everybody.
Nah, it's more than that. It's more than that. I just don't support that idea.
Yeah, but
I
now
don't
you do
support
that
that.
consciously. Now you do that
Yeah,
consciously. But what led you to feeling like that initially?
yeah. I
You
mean,
being an
maybe. I mean,
empath and you feeling the truth.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I was an empath, but the reality, I mean, I am one, but my level of consciousness wasn't as it is now. So, like now, like the more, like this, like the more your consciousness grows, the more it gets bigger, the more you're able to feel pleasure, but also pain, right? And the majority of the times, it's like pleasure that other people are feeling, but also the pain that other people are feeling as well, right?
Yeah.
At that time, when you're a kid, right, that level of consciousness is not so well up, right, because you're also developing yourself physically, you're developing yourself spiritually, emotionally, right. You're a little bit all over the place, not so much as women when they grow up, but you see what I'm saying, right? So, but now, like once you get 18, you're 21, you don't get much taller than what you are, and you really start to kind of like, really much start to mature. I mean, depends on at what level of life you are in, right? I'm 22. I know that the majority of 22-year-olds, like they think with their dick. Well, men, right? So like, like they don't really use their brain much. Um, but um, but yeah, that's different. Anyways, doesn't matter. That was just something. But yeah, like I'm much more spiritual, and I really fuck with that shit, like empathetic and stuff, and being an empath, and because it's true, right? I think everybody, because that's the thing. Like I think everybody's an empath. Some people are just way more talented than others, because like everybody, if if we're all made of energy and we all have emotions, then we're all sensitive to it. Some people may not as much to others, but they are it. They just don't want to be it, so they put all these self-defense mechanisms to avoid it, right? Now, one thing is having a self-defense mechanism. Another thing is knowing what you know, which is having a neutral point, right? A lot of people, they don't have neutral points. They don't know. They don't even know what that means. They don't even know that exists, right? What people do have is self-defense mechanism, is wall after wall after wall after wall that they put, right? So they don't get attached, and they can be as cold as they can, right?
Well, you know what? You know why people put up walls is to avoid feeling the way they have felt from the experience. But if
Yeah, exactly.
you can transmute, you don't need to put up walls.
Yeah,
You see, and there's a huge myth according to even in the spiritual world. Oh, block this from coming at you, block that from coming at you, block this, block that, protect your energy. Fuck that. Stand in your power and transmute it all. You see,
yeah.
that's a difference for me.
But that's the thing. For that, people have to know how to transmute it,
Well,
right?
they
And
have to
all,
master their own beings to transmute it
yeah, and like all
because
those
you
things
can't
about like,
transmute outside of you until you've mastered transmuting inside of you.
yeah, because of course, because everything starts on the inside, right?
That's
But
right.
that's but like, but for example, that's another thing that you're 100% correct. There is another thing where like people think like everything starts on the outside, right? No, really on the inside, right?
Exactly.
Because
That's how we've
like people
been
people
trained.
yeah, like people more and more are just taught to just fucking like people more and more they're just taught to really validate other people more than they validate themselves, like I need you more than I need myself, right? All that bullshit, all that nonsense. It's all bullshit.
Thanks,
It's all
Josh.
shit.
I just want to read the comment. This is amazing to listen and take in all that you were saying, Tobi Staples. Very good. And the both of you as well. Both you.
Thank you,
Thanks, Josh. I love you, buddy.
brother.
And I know you're an empath too. So, hey, I hope it helps. I really do.
Bye, bro.
So, yeah, this, you know what? This is why the live had to happen today, is really genuinely so people really understand. No, I'm not some little person trying to be an author or a speaker or this. Nah, I'm Tobi,
And even if
an empowered empath, a light worker, and I'm about to speak and change the world. That's what I'm doing.
exactly, exactly. No, but you know, Toby, like even if you were fuck people, you know, even if you were fuck people, you know, you do whatever the fuck you want. I know it's just like,
Nah, but
and
you know, I don't do that. Being who I am, I'm not about games. I'm not about hurting anybody, and I'm not about being malicious and even thought. Do you know that after somebody does me wrong, I turn around and I wish you well. Literally. Okay?
but you know something like,
I
you
don't
know that
embody
like,
that shit.
you know that it's also very like, I've seen this multiple times, but I've also experienced that in my life. Like, because I'm an 8 life path, my karma is very quick to happen, right? Because you know, like the number 8, like it's the karma, like what comes around, what goes around comes around, right? So you have that, right? What comes around, what goes around comes
Actually,
around.
no, there's a misconception about this karma and going around and coming around.
You think so?
There's a misconception. So let's clear that up right now. Karma is exactly what you push out, you get back. Exactly.
No, no,
You
no.
push out bad
Exactly.
thoughts,
No,
bad thoughts are coming
absolutely,
back. So
absolutely.
it's not what goes around comes around. It's exactly in the magnitude of what you do is what you get back. It's a law of the universe.
No, absolutely. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Like, I agree with what you are saying. I'm agree with what you're saying.
But
But
yes,
you know how you say what?
you amplify karma because of your capacities and your gifts. That's why.
Yeah, because you have like bigger responsibility.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Right. And
This
I
is why
understand.
I cannot. This is why,
Hmm.
at the point of where I am in my life and who I am on the planet, I am not allowed. I am not allowed. One of my boss's rules, I'm not allowed to think anything negative about anybody because as a healer, you're not supposed to. I'm not supposed to think anything negative about myself. You know why? Because if I do, the effects of it are amplified because I know better.
Hmm.
It's fucked up, but it's true. I have to
You know
accept
something like.
everybody for who they are and their free
Hmm.
will of their choices, no matter the discrepancy I feel at any time. I have to, okay, that's what the neutral point is for.
You know, like I really like that because because that's the thing, especially with the karmas, like it's very important not just for the sake of being a good person, because that's the thing, like you know, like your like karma is real, obviously, and karma is very real, you know, and even if you're defending yourself for someone, right? Even if you're defending yourself, um, you still have to be careful because even if you're defending yourself, the intentions you have with defending yourself, if they're malicious as revenge, soon enough that will come to you again, right?
Well, this is why I say to everybody to watch intentions. Instead of words
Hmm.
and act, watch intentions because intentions are the real fuel of taking your thoughts to action. So, and the
Yeah,
vibration of that is real too. So you can
yeah,
feel somebody's intentions, whether they realize it or not.
yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. It's like uh, like 2023 was like a highly spiritual year for me, but also very emotional. Also very emotional year. Because I'm telling, like I told you, like I could have been in hundreds of fights in Morocco, hundreds. Um, it's like I went through like very like dark stuff. I traumatized a lot of people. I was this close to like really going to jail.
Yeah, but
I had people like
all of that has to happen so that you
all of that
can
had to
master
happen.
your emotions.
Exactly. And now that's the thing. Right now, I spent a whole year. I spent a whole year, right? I spent a whole year. Um, I spent a whole year, fucking like like just trying to control myself. But I was so attached to my anger that only when I really went against that addiction of like trying to vary people, with my words and really making them feel like shit, you know, and if I had to fight them, only when I went against that will was when I understand, like, wow, like, like I'm still me. Nothing changed.
Yeah, but why do you think you were doing any of that? Because that's exactly how you were feeling inside.
Yes, I
Okay,
was projecting, right? I was
exactly,
projecting. Yeah. I was
exactly. So
projecting. I was projecting my trauma,
there we
right?
go.
So because that's the thing, like like I came to the conclusion that like the majority of the times where people project their traumas onto people, sometimes it's not really to hurt them, it's just to defend themselves. But if they come at as an aggressive way, they can eventually hurt them in the process without really wanting them as main intention.
Yeah, but you know what? Like you just said, when somebody's operating like that, they don't even listen. You are operating like that, so are
Yeah.
not operating any other way at that given
You don't
time,
even notice.
right?
You don't even notice. You
You
don't even notice.
exactly. You don't even realize until you stop and take a look at your thoughts, your speech, and your actions.
Yeah.
This is why I come out here and I tell people that they must be accountable to those three things if they
Yeah.
want massive change, because they don't even realize the way that they're operating if they don't take the time to stop and look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. No.
this
You're right. You're
is
right.
the real shift of being in your power or not, is you feel like that until you step into your power. I know, I lived it.
No, you're right. You're right, Toby. You're right. No, you're right. And that's the thing. Like, it's just like because I remember, like in 2022, I use self-reflection as like my main like evolution tool to like really, like blossom. You know. Uh, but funny enough, in 2023, my anger, like like clouded everything, clouded my intuition, not my intuition. My anger clouded my thought process. It clouded my thoughts. It's like like when you see that and you don't see anything else, right? Um,
Yeah.
and then when you let go of it and you stop holding on to it, it's like you fall on yourself, and you then again you begin that process again of like being calm and being collected
Okay,
and
well,
stuff. And
you know what I had come to realize is that I had a huge amount of self hate. I hated the world. I hated my family. I hated my experience. And I hated anything that ever tried to come near me because of the magnitude of what I felt all my life, the magnitude of what I had to live with all my life, the magnitude of not being seen, heard, accepted, validated, or loved all my life. Yo, when I tell you that spiritual awakening was the first time I ever, as a human being, felt loved within my whole experience, that was the real shift. Okay.
mm,
So, yo, self love is key to finding that path to full power. I didn't know
yeah,
that. I didn't know that. There's so many things that we have to live, to learn, to whatever, but we got to be in our full power. What does full power look like? Hello, I'm here. But bro, you're not operating from that point anymore because you have to live it to learn it. There's a lot of things that are going to come up that you have stored as emotion. But also, you know what? Take a look at this. When I did the self-reflection and the self-mastery, well, guess what? I realized that half of that anger that I was carrying for me and for the world wasn't even mine. Okay? That's how important it is to take a look at what you are thinking, the patterns, the everything, because the hatred that I was holding was not even mine. Just the way you said that you were feeling your father's urges for smoking, well, being the empath and as powerful as I am, is I felt the hatred of everybody. And until I could transmute it and learn what's mine and what's not, I was containing it in my vessel because of the power of what I absorb.
Yeah, true. You know what's funny is that like it's funny because and this is insanity because like until when I think it's like until 2 3 days ago I didn't really understood why I got traumatized in a restaurant in Morocco, but then I got like a panic anxiety attack, you know. And it's funny because I got to the restaurant, right, and the energy was so heavy. It was heavy. You could feel the weight of the energy. It's like it holds you down, makes you feel paralyzed. It's
Yeah,
like it was filled with hatred and you know and anxiety, you know, and stuff, and it just eats you alive. And if you're not able to control that, it will destroy you completely, right? Because you're absorbing it, right? So I stayed there for an hour. It was enough for me to have a panic attack, and then I got traumatized because I absorbed enormous quantities, you know. And it is interesting because it really felt like hell, you know. Um, and it's funny. It's almost like I was possessed by demons, you know. But I think people were possessed by fucking demons because of the amount of alcohol they were drinking, right? And alcohol, when you get too drunk, you know the word alcohol is is an Arabic word. Everything that starts with A and L, majority of it is all Arabic. AL, right? Alcohol in the origin of the word is alcohol. Alcohol, al, al is the,
okay,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, cool, K, cool is K H U L. Cool is a demon, man. He's a fucking demon.
Okay, but listen, everybody knows that alcohol used to be called spirits. You want to drink,
Yeah,
you're opening doors for spirits. Simple as that. Why? Because you lower your own inhibitions. So when
yeah,
you lower your inhibitions and your vibration, anything from that lowered frequency can attach to you.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. But tobacco does the same thing, though.
Yes.
Apparently,
You know what?
tobacco also
You
attracts, like,
know
you know,
what?
fucking.
You know what? Listen to me. No matter what people choose to do, they have to be in full power. That's why I do not drink alcohol.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. I don't do
You know
drugs.
why?
I don't
Because,
smoke weed. Fuck that. I
listen,
don't smoke
because
tobacco.
I am attached to spirit already. I
Hmm.
want to be, listen, I don't want to lower my inhibitions. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
On a spiritual level. Me, I'm a lot different than, but honestly, Bruno, at the point that I'm at right now, there is nothing that I can do humanly that will affect me the way it affects somebody else. Why? Because I am not experience led. I am soul spirit led. There's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing humanly can affect me any longer because I've graduated now.
Yeah. And that's
So
awesome. That's
it
great.
doesn't matter what I do, except I have to be what I am missioned to be, truthfully, honestly, and heartfully, 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
Yeah.
like this when everybody's not watching also. I open doors. I compliment people. This is who I am.
Yeah.
So there's nothing earthly that can touch me. I am not
Mm-hmm.
spiritual. I am spirit led. There's a huge difference. You know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it, but it's just like, um, it takes a very brave person to like immerse herself or himself, like in the middle of chaos and to really try to deal with it as much as you can. Look, like, I'm a person who likes I love my silence, right? I do. I love my silence. I love my silence. I love to talk, but I don't like hear people talk. But
Well,
I
you
do
got
love my silence,
your
though.
TV going, so you must like to hear people talking because I
You
don't
can hear
put even a
you can
TV on in my house. That's
you
how
can
much
hear my TV.
I don't like to hear it.
You can hear my TV.
Of course, during the
Oh
whole thing,
fuck,
I could have.
man!
You know what, Bruno? Before
Oh, tell
I
me.
watched you watching your TV.
I was
So did
listening to you. What
everybody
the fuck?
else.
I was listening to you. No, but I'm always listening to you. I'm always aware. Anyways,
No, I get it.
uh,
I get it. But if I could see
no,
it, so could everybody else.
but that's fine. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Okay.
So
Anyways, like,
go
so,
back to your.
so yeah, but like, but like, wait, what was I saying? I forgot.
You were
Shit.
saying that you don't like to hear people talk, and then
Yeah. So,
I called
oh
you
yeah.
out on your TV being on.
Uh-huh, yeah, 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 right. We were talking about evolution, and we were talking about spirit and stuff, right? And like, I could have left Morocco and go to a place like much more calm, like not so noisy, which I do have in England, right? But I made myself purposefully stay here because something? The reason why I grew so much in 1 year is because people's energy in Morocco, because people are very emotional in here, their energy is very overpowering, right? Very overpowering. People in here, they have no idea what controlling their emotions means, right? Um, well, some people would argue that, oh, that's a lie, no, 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 no. But just because somebody is angry, that doesn't mean people know how to control their emotions. It just means that you can't do shit and you won't do anything because you don't know what you're doing and what to do next because you don't know how to deal with confrontation, right? Anyways, continuing with that apart, uh, because people have a very overpowering energy right in here. When I go to England, it's easy for me to deal with people. It's very easy. If I go to France or even Portugal or Spain, it's very easy for me to deal with people because their
Cultural
energy,
shift.
yeah, the cultural differences, right? But the energy, the way people are, their energy is not so overpowering. So for me, when I go to England and I deal with people's energies, is a walk in the park, right? Or Portugal or Spain. But in Morocco, dealing with people's energies is very hard because people have a very, very, very overpowering energy, right?
I need you to do
So,
something for me.
so now I am able to deal with that very easily, right? So when I go to other places, for me, it's super easy, right? And when you know how to, because this thing, like, the more emotional somebody is, the more dumb people are. Like, the more
Okay,
emotional
guess
people
what?
are.
We can't go any further before you do this. Not for me, but for you. You're going to correct
Okay.
what you just said with your belief. You see how you said that everything is always easier everywhere else and it's hard for you in Morocco? No,
Mm, okay,
no.
okay, okay,
Now
okay, okay.
you're
No,
going
no,
to
no, fine. But
re-say that, saying that you can deal with energies everywhere with
no, no,
ease.
no. Okay, okay. But I can, but I can, but I can. I
No,
can.
but
Of course, I can. It is.
you gotta rewrite this belief with me.
No, but okay. I said it wrong. That's not what I actually believe. I said it wrong. I said that before it was very hard. Now it's easy for me,
Okay,
right?
there we
But
go.
it's even easier. It's easy for me, but it's even easier when I go somewhere else, right? That's what
All
I
right,
meant.
all right.
Before it used to, right? Before it used to be hard. Now
There we
it's easy,
go. There
even
we go.
easier.
Yes, yes.
Yes, but that's what I always meant. I didn't mean it was hard and it was easier
I get
somehow.
it, but people need to understand how unconscious we lock ourselves into certain things that produce our reality. So,
Yeah,
so
true.
by you speaking it and saying it
Yeah,
is a belief of yours, you are locking it into your reality. And I
yeah,
needed to make you correct that now, because
hmm
if you keep talking like that, you are going to keep feeling that in your reality in Morocco.
yeah, true. No, you're right. You're right. No, but that's the thing, right? Yeah, I mean, yes, and you're right. And that's the thing, like like for me, it's just like for me, it's just it's really about I mean, it's really about it's really about knowing how to control those energies. And when you know how people are and how to deal with them, right? Because I mean, like um, I found out that like people may be different in certain aspects, but what defines them, they're all the same. Because the way people react, the way people talk, the way they walk, the way they have whatever, the way they this, the way they that, it's all the fucking same. People are all the same. They're all copies of each other, right? Because one person looks at another and thinks, "Ah, that's the way I should be," because this guy is with these girls, he probably knows more than me. I'm gonna walk like this, and I'm gonna talk like this, and I'm gonna dress like this, and boom, 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 boom. And you don't
I
agree?
can't agree with you with what you're saying right now.
Okay, no problem. It's all right.
Everybody is unique in signature, and everybody, the only thing that differentiates us is our free will. So we're not
I
copies
agree.
of each other. We're not, nah. I can't agree with anything you just said, Bruno.
Look, I agree with what you're saying. I'm
Okay.
unique my own way. You're unique your own way. Everybody's unique their own way. But they don't see that. People don't know that. People don't believe that. Right?
No,
They
you
don't
know what
believe
the
it.
biggest problem is? Everybody is trying to be somebody but their own damn fucking self.
Exactly. So everybody's a copy of each other, right? In
No,
that sense.
no, no. Everybody may be trying to copy others, but they are not
Okay.
copies of others. You see
No,
what I
like
mean?
naturally. Yeah, I know. In essence, in nature, no, right? I mean, my face is different than yours. The way I am is different than yours. We have some
Hey, no
similarities,
two
but we're not fucking
snowflakes
twins.
are even alike. Fuck. Right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
No, you're absolutely correct.
All right.
You're absolutely
So
correct.
there's no two people alike. No two people see things alike because no
Yeah,
two people can
absolutely correct.
experience. Listen, two people having sex together don't even experience the same thing. Okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Like you're absolutely correct. But what I mean is that like yes, in essence, in nature, people are not the same. But along the way, people lose themselves enough to try and be copies of each other, right? And then they lose that sense of uniqueness that they will always have, that they will always have, but they don't believe they have it, right? They don't believe
This
they
is
have
it.
it.
We only lose our truest nature of our being because of our family and our life. But it doesn't mean that
Yeah.
we lose it. We don't lose anything. It's
Yeah,
always
that's,
with us.
yeah. We just have to really acknowledge it,
No,
and
we
be
just
aware of it.
tap into the power because it's not outside of you. It's all inside.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like it's funny because like when we're born, I don't know if we talked about this before or not, but like when we're born, like you're free for 5 seconds, and then like people give you like a name, a religion, right? They give you like they give okay, now your name is this. You have no control in what your name is. Okay, you're gonna support, like you're gonna be a Christian, or you're gonna be a Buddhist, or you're gonna be a
Bro,
Muslim or
not
a
only
Jewish.
that, think about a baby's first five. Oh, you don't have kids. Okay, look. When a baby's born, not only are they given a name and a birth certificate and all that other shit, they're plugged up with all kind of shots and blood tests and let's cut them and totally fucking traumatized and abused right from go. If you want to get real with it.
I mean,
Cut the baby's heel, do blood work. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, hello. The
I
hey,
think some. I think like I don't know. I think some shots might be needed because the baby is not really like like the baby is not ready to deal with like the immunitary system of the baby is not ready to deal with all the bullshit that may be going on. Like in the world. Like
no,
some diseases. Like whatever.
bro.
Depends where you're born in. Like are babies capable of having the flu or some shit? I don't even know.
Listen, you know what I think? Honestly, after being tapped into source and connected the way I am told that babies, we are born in our truest power of our being to thrive. And the way it's explained to me is that the minute you're born into this system, it starts destroying you from your first breath to make sure that you comply to it. And you're not in
Yeah.
your full power. It's all done intentionally. The way
Yeah.
it's explained to me, it's all done to keep us away from our truest power because one person like me has the power to override it
Mhm.
all in their full power. So, hello, imagine every person on the planet in their full power.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It'd be insane.
So, you see, this is where, okay, but we are intentionally picked at and prodded at and pulled away from our truest power right from when we're born.
No. Yeah.
Before
You're
life
right.
even has a chance to do it.
Yeah.
But we don't
No.
lose
You're
it.
right.
That's where I got into it. We don't lose it. And people
No. No.
think the journey of finding themselves is because they've lost themselves. No, you have just been consumed by life. Now it's time to consume your life with you. You know what I mean? To master.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
You're 6 hours ahead, eh? Bro, you got to go for what time is it right now?
It's not in here. Is 9:30.
Okay, so you're going to have a couple hours before the show tonight, eh? Tonight,
Yeah.
guys, check out the episode of Love It or Shove It. That's why we're on live. He doesn't have the show this afternoon. I guess they're doing it later at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So
Yep.
check out Bruno's show. Bruno, put in the comments the link for the show for these guys.
I think I'm gonna leave like I think this will leave the I think this will leave the live if I do that. Mm.
Okay, well then don't put it in after.
Yeah, I'll put it
Put
after,
it
no
in
problem.
after. But anyway, it was good talking to you, Bruno. Anyway,
Yeah,
you know what? I think that everybody's gotten a lot of the live today. I think I've given you guys
mm-hmm.
a lot of information and a lot of different eye-opening explanations to a lot of things. And yeah, I think I've had it out here. So you know what, Bruno, you
Yeah.
want to take a couple of minutes? We're going to close it down, wrap it up. But what I would like you to do is, if your 3 slots are open, offer them again. Offer a link to reach you out after. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Offer it out again for those that are watching who may be interested.
yeah. I mean my slots are not like the free ones are not open anymore.
Oh, okay,
But
perfect.
I can always like like I can always invite somebody for
Okay, I thought you had the same thing that for the slots. Okay, guys, so forget that option. I just thought that he had something still available to offer you guys in that sense. But if you guys want coaching for your inner goddess coaching, reach out to Bruno. That's what he does. It's self-love coaching.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. It's nice. What I can do is give a free discovery call, and we can see where we go from there. You know, like, I mean, see if I can help you, see if you're a good fit. You know, why not? And you know, like, yeah, just really see, you know, like, how much, you know, how much help you need, what you need from me. If we decide to work together, you know, see really how we can work on it.
Cool. So Bruno, make sure that you put that stuff in the comments. Okay. Like after we
Mm-hmm.
get off or whatever. Okay. So
Yeah.
guys, yeah, Bruno, do you want to say goodbye to everybody? Because I'm going to wrap up the live.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Well, I hope you all have a beautiful afternoon. I believe it's afternoon there, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Here
yeah,
we
so
are 3:30.
yeah, have a beautiful afternoon, you know, or a good night or a good morning, whatever. It was awesome to talk here with Toby again, you know. Yeah, you know, have a great time. You know, have a rest of a great day. And remember to, you know, be more aware of the things you say, the things you think. Really try to reflect on your behaviors, instead of just, you know, repeating the same mistakes over and over again.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Bruno, I'm really happy that you joined on the live. I'm really happy that, you know, we got a chance to chat, but you and I will talk privately after. I'm going to wrap up the live and I'll give you a call. Yeah, because,
All right.
guys, don't just think that me and Bruno just talk out here on lives, eh? All right.
Bye.
Okay, so, bro, I love you a lot, so I'm going to take you off the live and wrap it up, and we're going to talk after.
No worries, my friend. No worries. No problem,
Listen,
bro.
while I'm wrapping up the live, put your stuff in the comments.
Put the link. Yeah, put the links. I'll put the links.
All right?
All right.
Cool. I love you, bro. Peace out. I'll talk to you later.
Love you, bro. Bye.
All right, guys. So Bruno came out and had a chat with me. But if you guys are just hopping on, or you guys have just hopped on, this is a loaded with info live. So you might want to go and start it from the beginning and watch it, and you'll get a real understanding of me. And yeah, might change your view a little bit. But anyway, that's the point. You see, and that is why I am who I am. Because I am a disruptor of belief systems, of patterns, and that's what I'm meant to be. That's why I can't be all prettied up and all primped up and all, nah. I am who I am for a reason. Because the shifts that others aren't making, I can make. Well, I'm out here to do that now. I love you all. Have a great day. Know yourself. Love yourself. Be clear about the things that you want for yourself. Gratitude journal if you need to. Install a repetitive pattern. See, that's why gratitude journaling is so important. Is you are reinstalling into your brain what you are thinking. And if you do it repetitively every day, well, then those are the first steps to correcting the brain patterns. But why must I be a disruptor? Because patterns repeat until corrected. Well, the pattern has to be disrupted first. Well, I am that eye-opening experience for many. I'm the disruptor. I know that. Told through channeling. I'm not supposed to be any less of a person than I am on the planet. And none of you are supposed to be any less than you're supposed to be either. So, I love you all. Get the most out of it. Have a great day. And Bruno just put in a 30-minute free discovery call. Calendar, if you're interested. Guys, hey. And for me, speaking. The summit. I want you guys all to go register for the summit coming up. It's going to be quite something. And you know what? I encourage you all to go and take a look at who else is on the summit. See what these people are all about. Because I am on the summit with a load of amazing people. Amazing. And the Speaker Connections meeting yesterday, I met so many people. And I am so grateful for the whole experience, literally. So much so that I put together that little book me as a speaker thing today. Anyway, look, anybody listening, I'm available to do lives, to do podcasts, to do speaking of any kind on any kind of platform, because this shift has to happen. So let's get it done. My schedule, though, for the next 4 days before the summit that I'm on is full. I am dealing with 2 summits that I've double backed summits for the next 4 days. So I have a lot of learning. So I can't take on any other things that are just coming up now, because these things have been booked in my calendar for weeks. So yeah, prioritize, and get the most out of your experience. Guys, I love you all. Set that high vibe and be magically you. The amazing, magical you that you are. I love you all. Peace.